You ever pull onto your own street and just know, deep in your bones, that something's off? Yeah, that was me, except off was a full-blown HOA carnival on my front lawn. I'm talking cars jammed, curb to curb, music thumping, people I'd never seen in my life splashing around in my pool like it was the public Y. And right there in the middle of it, the crown jewel of chaos, Karen. You know the type. Clipboard in one hand, smug grin, acting like she's Martha Stewart with a badge. She was parked at a folding table set up on my driveway, handing out name tags, doling out directions, like she was running the country club she always thought this place could be. Behind her, a crooked HOA banner hung over my fence, and someone was collecting cash for event supplies. Karen didn't even blink when I locked eyes with her, just smiled like she'd been waiting. "Welcome to the HOA Summer Bash," she says, like I wasn't standing in my own yard, holding a bag of groceries and a pile of disbelief. Now, maybe you'd expect a shouting match. Threats, cops, the whole 9 yards. Nope. I just walked past her, straight to the equipment area behind the fence, put my hand on the drain valve. In that moment, I thought, if Karen wants my pool, she can have it empty. But hey, let me back up a sec. Before the world's worst block party broke out, in my backyard, life was simple. I worked hard, paid my bills, came home to my sanctuary, my backyard. The pool wasn't fancy, wasn't some Infinity Edge Instagram dream. It was something I'd scrimped and saved for, planned for years. My kids learned their first cannonballs there. My wife grilled on the patio, pretending not to love my terrible playlist. Those summer weekends, slow, warm, peaceful. You wish you could bottle up days like that and keep 'em forever. And just so we're clear, my house, it's outside the HOA lines. No board, no committee, no army of paint color police, just our quiet little corner, minding our business. The official HOA started a few houses down, in a world where Karen reigned supreme. Even before this, folks would whisper her name, you know? The way you whisper, tornado warning. Karen was the one patrolling with a measuring tape and a permanent scowl. Legend had it she once filed a complaint because someone's bird feeder didn't match HOA guidelines. A bird feeder. I figured as long as I kept my head down, stayed outside the border, she'd never come sniffing around. But see, people like Karen, they don't need a reason. They just need something to control. And my peaceful little pool became her white whale. She'd walk by, slow, arms folded, head cocked, inspecting the construction like she'd discovered a new species. The crew joked about her. "That lady came by again," they'd say. "Did she say anything?" I'd ask. "Nope," but she stared like the pool owed her money. The first time she actually spoke to me, she just pointed through the fence and said, "Is that safe?" Like I'd installed a shark tank instead of a swimming pool. I told her, yeah, had it done by pros. She didn't look convinced. Karen rarely approved of anything. After that, she'd pause in front of my house, offer a tight, fake smile, the kind that says, "I'm watching you." It wasn't long before I heard she'd been lobbying the HOA board to extend their jurisdiction. Someone else said she ranted about unregulated water features. She hated the idea of anything outside her reach, especially a pool she couldn't police. So she started her campaign. Flyers, first about noise levels, then water safety, then something about unregulated aquatic structures attracting pests. These weren't from the city or the HOA. These were Karen specials, just for me. Every 2 or 3 days, a fresh notice in my mailbox. Please consider reducing backyard activity after 5 p.m. Visual structures should remain subtle. Was she asking me to paint the pool invisible? I tried to ignore her, but she escalated. She'd stand by my fence, walking her dog, which mostly looked like standing still and glaring. Every time my kids laughed, she'd shoot a look like she was writing a ticket. But ignoring Karen doesn't make her go away. If anything, it fires her up. The real showdown started one perfect summer afternoon, sun warm, kids splashing, wife reading, me manning the grill. Then, slam, the gate swings open and there she is, clipboard blazing. "Everyone out of the pool," she barks. The kids freeze. My wife stands up. "Excuse me. This is our property." Karen doesn't blink. "Your pool is a safety hazard. I've received multiple complaints." "From who?" I ask. "Out. Now. I will not repeat myself." My son climbs out, shivering. I snap. Karen, this isn't your HOA. You don't have authority here. She lifts her chin. I work for the HOA enforcement team. Yeah, but not for this house. She rattles off nonsense about mosquitoes, noise, unsupervised children. Threatens to call the police. My wife laughs. I'm a school nurse. Everything here is legal and safe. That's when Karen dials 911, giving her best performance for the dispatcher. It's escalating. It's dangerous. Cops show up. 2 officers, calm as can be. Karen spins a dramatic story. The officers talk to us. Flip through my folder. Permits, inspections, everything. Looks good. Not HOA property. You're fine. They send Karen packing, and the look she gives me. Man, it's the cold promise of a storm. She's not backing down. If anything, this was just her opening act. Next morning, she's out on her porch with a mountain of documents, highlighting, scribbling, reading county maps like she's prepping for a land grab. She even brings a binder the size of a small child to the next HOA meeting, declaring my pool a community risk. The board, to their credit, tells her, again, that my house isn't in their jurisdiction. But Karen's like a dog with a bone. Starts measuring the sidewalk, taking photos, warning delivery drivers. Tells everyone who'll listen that the pool chemicals are unregulated. Then come the subtle moves. HOA allies start giving me weird looks. A mysterious event flyer appears in my mailbox mentioning pool activities. My wife sees Karen loading up her car with what looks suspiciously like party supplies. She's planning something, my wife says. She's always planning something, I reply. But even I can feel it now. Something big is coming. And then, boom. We turn the corner one Saturday, and there it is. Our street turned into a parking lot. The base rattling windows, my backyard overrun. Strangers in my pool. My towels, my toys. My patio furniture all in use. And Karen, front and center, running her community event. People are checking in, paying cash at her table. I'm stunned. This isn't an HOA event, I tell someone. He shrugs. Tell that to Karen. I find her at the pool's edge, sun hat on, clipboard ready. What are you doing? I demand. Hosting the HOA's summer bash, of course. In my pool. It's a community asset now. The HOA voted. What vote? My property isn't part of your HOA. She smirks. It is now? I filed it as a shared recreational facility. I nearly laugh. You can't just file my backyard as public property. You didn't object during the planning period. Because I didn't know you were planning a coup. She shakes her head. You can't stop this. The community needs this pool. The guests look confused, realizing maybe this isn't as official as Karen sold it. I tell my wife to take the kids inside. Karen warns me, don't try anything. You'll only embarrass yourself. But oh, she had no idea. I walk inside, feeling that strange calm, the kind that comes right before you pull the pin on the whole mess. My wife glances out the window, then back at me. She really thinks this is her pool, doesn't she? She really does. She grins. Then show her it's yours. I look at the equipment area, that beautiful drain valve. You're not serious. She just shrugs. She wants the pool? Give it to her. Empty. That's when it all clicks. I wait until Karen's at her peak, giving speeches, people clapping, music blaring. Then I slip behind the fence, twist the valve, and let nature do the work. Slowly at first, then faster, the water starts dropping. People notice. Is the water getting lower? Are the steps showing? Karen tells everyone to relax, but soon panic spreads. Why is it draining? She yells. A lifeguard, hired by Karen, blows a whistle, herded everyone out. The HOA banner slips, floats, sinks, a perfect symbol of Karen's power fading away. Karen spins, looking for someone to blame. Who sabotaged the pool? Guests start muttering, I don't think this is her pool. Others realize they've paid her for a fake event. Someone records Karen's meltdown. The police show up again. She demands they arrest me for sabotaging a community event. The officer sighs. Ma'am, this is not HOA property. She sputters. Points, pleads. The cops are having none of it. You're trespassing, Karen. Not him. The crowd disperses, embarrassed, a few grabbing their cash back from the donation jar. Karen's left standing. In a puddle, sun hat dripping, clipboard forgotten in the grass. The officers ask if I want to press charges. Nope. I just want her gone. They escort her to the street, for her very own walk of shame. A couple days later, the HOA board holds an emergency meeting. Neighbors unload years' worth of complaints. The president, George, sighs, announces Karen's removal from her position, unanimous. The neighborhood cheers. The HOA apologizes, promises to respect the boundaries from now on. Karen becomes a ghost. No more patrols, no more flyers, no more threats. Filling the pool again takes all day. The kids hover by the fence, waiting for that first cannonball. When it's finally full, they dive in with pure, unfiltered joy. No entry fees, no rules, no drama. Later, I sit on the porch, drink in hand, my wife beside me. Looks happier already, she says. Pools don't get happy, I tell her. She nudges me. This one does. The sun sets. The kids keep splashing, the world feels right again. And as the last bit of light catches the water, I realize what I wish someone had told Karen. Boundaries matter. Not just fences or property. Lines, but the quiet, invisible lines you draw when someone tries to take your peace. And sometimes, when push comes to shove, the best way to protect your peace is to pull the plug on whatever's threatening it. So, tell me, where do you draw your lines? Ever had to stand up for your peace, your family, your own little corner of the world? Drop your story below. Let's talk about what real justice looks like and what we do when someone tries to take what's not theirs.